What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Today is Alliance War Season 20, War number 3, and Savage Squad will be taking on ØMNÜ. So, I'm going to do our usual jump in and scout the map, and I'm seeing that the first node that I'm going to be taking down is this Mr. Fantastic on Steady Build Up Fury. And that's going to be on the end of Path 5 in Section 1, along with Heavy Hitter and Power Alternator. And they're going to be running the Global Stubborn. And then moving into Section 2, I'll be taking Path 4. And I'm going to be moving up to this Stark Spider-Man with Spry and Steady Build Up Unblockable. And then I'm going to be taking this Cap Infinity War with Steady Build Up Unblockable and Crumbling Armor. And the next node after that I'll be going to is the Havoc at the end of Path 5 with Crumbling Armor, Redoubled Determination, and Ebb and Flow Intercept. Currently unsure at that point whether or not I'll be taking any mini bosses, but we're going to jump in and pick our team. So I'm going to be bringing in Warlock, Corvus, and Proxima for this war. And as you can see, I have my suicides are off at the moment. That's why I have some mastery points left over. So I'm going to be moving up to take this Mr. Fantastic now that it's unlinked. And the plan here is, originally they wanted me to use Corvus to try to get an evade charge from him, but I said without my suicides on, he's most likely not going to evade very easily, so I decided to go in with Warlock instead. And I just figured it would be a safer option, just simply because I don't want to make a mistake using Corvus and somehow get pushed into doing two of the same special back to back, and then I have like a weakness on me for the rest of the war of my main attacker Corvus. So I decided, like I said, to just jump in with Warlock and see this as too big of a deal, because Warlock will make this fight relatively easy. So I'm going to be boosting up a little bit for it, but I'm not going to boost too big, just simply because it's the only fight I'll be doing at the moment, and then I have to wait until the next section is open, so these boosts won't be active for that. I'm just double checking the nodes, and we see that it's Hector's Mr. Fantastic, which is interesting. Talk to Hector on Twitter here and there, occasionally give him shit. Now Mr. Fantastic is a stubborn defender, as you can see, so I'm gonna have to be careful to keep the indestructible off of him, at least when trying to land any special attacks or anything else. But the plan here is to just keep up my infection, keep his power low if I can, and you know, do some bleed damage, try and bleed him out. And keep him from getting that indestructible on him, so that I can let the bleeds really do most of the work. I accidentally got tagged there, which is unfortunate, but you know, didn't do too much damage. I'm just gonna, you know, keep doing what I'm doing, try and keep him from cornering me, which Not doing a great job on this, but, you know. Oh my god, and I got tagged again. Feel like the parry timing is just slightly off ever since this last update. With the AI, it seems to not want to come in at you as easily as it used to. You tend to either whiff with their attack and miss your parry timing, or you get hit if you do it too late. But all in all, it went okay. I only lost a little bit of health. It's a slight waste of a potion, but you know, it's better than dying. And then moving on into section 2, I decided to leave suicides off for these next 2 fights, for the reason that the steady unblockable buildup is based off of how many debuffs are on you as an attacker, and once you reach 3, they go unblockable until you remove those, at least one of those debuffs. And with the combination of the other nodes on these fights, you can easily get a 3rd debuff if you start off with 2 already from suicides. So I left the suicides off to give myself a little bit more of a buffer. And going into this, I don't have the evade charge yet, so that was one of the reasons why they wanted me to try and get it from Mr. Fantastic. But I felt like even with Spry, it'll be able to place a weakness on me every time he tries to evade. But if I can manage to only get 1 weakness and knock him down, I'll have True Strike and he won't be able to evade for the rest of the fight. So that's the plan here, is to just try and get that True Strike up as quickly as I can. So I start off by trying to get him to block my attacks, because I don't want him to evade when I'm not ready. And I know that the indestructible is up at this point, but I don't want to kill him before I get this charge. So I'm kind of using that to my advantage to not just, you know, mow him down. So still hasn't been able to get him to evade yet, and he's already down to half health, and I'm getting close to the end of my charges. So I gotta get him to back off a little bit, but he keeps running in at me. Finally he evades, and I got the weakness on me. So here I'm gonna go for my heavy attack. I got 1 charge left. I have my special 2 ready. I'm gonna parry him, throw my special 2, and it's over. Simple as that. So now I have 2 missions completed. I have the auto evade and the tech mission. And going into this, I can get a 3rd mission with Cap Infinity War, but he is also a stubborn defender. All 3 of these have been. And I still have suicides off. So plan with this one is it's got crumbling armor on it. Same basic principle. I don't want to let too many of these armor ups build up on me, so I want to keep my attacks, you know, steady to keep them off of me. Because if he goes unblockable, then I have no way to shut off his indestructible if I evade. So I have to basically let him hit me in order to get rid of it. And, you know, he'll still be unblockable. Having a little bit of connection issues, which I don't know if you guys have had this a lot lately, but I have been having non-stop connection issues ever since the last update, where they supposedly updated the AI to make it less passive. So things are going pretty smooth so far. want to try and bait out special 1 from this guy if I have to, rather than take a chance of mistiming dodging his special 2, which he willingly throws that, which is good. And it's pretty much a done deal for the rest of this fight. I didn't have to worry about taking any recoil because I didn't have suicides active at the time. So ended that fight with full health. Now, going into the Havoc fight, I'm going to throw suicides on here just to make Warlock a little bit more powerful. I could try and go in with Corvus to get a mutant mission, and then I would have all 4 missions, but I didn't really think that that was a wise decision because this node also has crumbling armor, and you know, Corvus is not, he doesn't have an armor up to defend himself against Havoc's detonations from his plasma buildup. So that, coupled with the ebb and flow intercept node, if you don't actually get an intercept off, you're going to be doing less damage. I thought it was you know, a bad idea to try to get him to cooperate and hope that I didn't get detonated to death. So I went in with Warlock, and the plan here is to just stay as aggressive as I can with this to keep my armor up active, and you know, try and manage his power as best as I could. I am pretty good at getting intercepts in on him. I went with a special 3 just to try to regen a little bit of health back and to get a power drain, just to lower some of his plasma buildup. And he's gonna launch this special 1 at me, and I still got that intercept fury going right now. I don't have it now, but as you can see, get another one pretty easy, and this fight's over. So that went really smooth. And then moving into the next section for the mini bosses. Again, towards the beginning of the fight, I wasn't really sure if I was going to be taking any of these, but they requested that I take this Sentinel. And it's got Vigorous Assault and Indomitable. But, you know, Sentinel doesn't heal, so I don't have to worry about Vigorous Assault making him unblockable. So, really, not much of an issue there. Plus, you know, I'm boosting up pretty big for it, because after this fight, I have a teammate of mine who's going to be taking the next mini boss, Weapon X, and once I'm clear, I'm going to jump in and take the Domino mini right after. So, pretty standard fight here. Just blast him with 2 special 2s as soon as I reach it, and that Sentinel is gone. I was kind of hoping to still have my advanced power boost active, but my teammate was a little slow to get in and take down that next mini boss with Weapon X. Plus, he's kind of a difficult defender to deal with anyway, so I unfortunately ran out of time with that, but I still have all my other boosts active, and I already have the True Strike buff, which this node has Limber. As you have probably seen in some of my past wars, I've fought Domino on this node quite a few times, and it has brute force, so you want to keep attacking to prevent getting degen on you. But she also can trigger Evade when she goes lucky, which every time I knock her over a power bar threshold, I'm going to kind of watch that to make sure that she doesn't turn lucky. But with my True Strike active, I don't even have to worry about that, because as you can see, Evade failed. So I'm just trying to make sure that she doesn't get the chance to throw too many special 1s at me. And once I reach my special 2, she goes down really quick. And then just waited for the rest of my team to clear out the final boss and the remaining mini bosses. We did end up losing this war. Shout out to Hector and everybody in Omni. It was a really tight war. We put up our best efforts, but we just came short of the win. So congrats to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.